Hey guys. It's that. Cassie found something here. It's the size of a nickel.
Buffalo nickel. Give me the fufu juice.
Oh! I gotta keep digging some more here. Let's see what else we can get. I found myself a bucket lister. I got a crotal bell.
It's a Wheatie.
You found a Wheatie?
Yes.
Sweet. A Walking Liberty 1943 half dollar. Oh my god, it's freaking gorgeous. You got an Indian? Oh my god, Cassie got an IHP. Needless to say, I am a happy camper. Hello everybody. It is 2023 and we're finally out metal detecting. I have gone out once before, ever so briefly. Did not do any video work or anything like that. Was not going to do any today. I'm not sure I'm going to be out very long. Might go out tomorrow, see if we can piece together a video. I'm at an old school I've been to a couple of times before. Found a couple of interesting things, Indian head penny, stuff like that. Thought it was pretty much hunted out. Decided I wasn't going to come back anymore. But there's still snow on the ground in a lot of places. It snowed this week. It's like 41 right now, so it's trying to melt off. And we're making do and doing the best that we can, just trying to find a spot that's not frozen and too horribly muddy. Did find a large ring, probably some sort of a horse tack from ages back when. That's pretty cool. And in this hole, I just found my first weird spill. I thought it was 2 wheat pennies, but it's not. Let me show you what I got. We've got 1 wheat cent here. I don't know what year it is. Let's see if we can find out. Where'd we go? Let's zoom in on this thing. And it is a 1937. So, not bad. We will take that, but in the same hole right next to it was this, and I thought it was another wheat penny, and then I realized that does not say, that's not a US, that's a Canadian penny. It's a 1933. So we got us a spill. Can't even make out the front of it. A 1933 Canadian and a is that 27 or 37? Let's look a little closer. 1927. No, that's a 3. No, maybe that is a 2. I can't tell. That's a 3. You'd think that the sun would help, but it doesn't. It kind of washes everything out. So interesting little spill. I'll definitely take that. That's a cool find in a hunted out spot. All right, in that hole, there's that hole. My coil is right where I found the wheat penny and Canadian cent, and you can see the dirt right there where I found that ring. So we're all in the same area. And check this out, a bullet. I mean, intact bullet. The projectile is still in it, and I think, yeah, you can see right on the edge of it there some of the powder. So I'm going to do this. Yeah, there's powder still in it. Check that out. I'm just going to pour that stuff back into the hole. Well, I don't know if I can. See, it's all crusted up there. Can you see that? So I'm just going to put this carefully in my pouch and we'll go from there. That's a crazy one, isn't it? I tell you what, it's going to be one of those days. I can tell already. Well, I'm at another spot. It's the next day. It's back to an old school that I've detected before. I was actually going to go down the road. I did go down the road. There's an old school that was built in 1913, shut down and destroyed a few years ago. But apparently there was asbestos there, because the entire area is blocked off with a ton of signs that say, do not enter contaminated area. So I decided, just since this was like 4 miles down the road, to come back here. Junky area. I'm trying to pick through it the best that I can. It's windy and cold, but I did find one thing interesting already. So let's take a look, see what we got. Right down there, this came in just like a zinc penny, possibly, but we've got some sort of a button or badge. Check that out. National BYPU, loyalty to something or other. That's really cool, isn't it? I like this. Looks like a button or something. We'll clean it up better when we get home, but that is nice, isn't it? Can't wait to find out more about that. And here we go. If the video shifts, by the way, I had to use my other phone for a couple of clips. We'll see how this works out, kind of merging them together. But I found an entire bullet. I think this is like, that looks bigger than a 22. It might be a 32. But still, a whole bullet at a school. Yay, I keep finding these. You have to be really careful metal detecting some of these spots. I just found this. It's a 70 quarter. Nothing special. But look what was in the hole with it. A big old chunk of glass. So this is why you should detect with gloves on. That could have been bad, really bad. So I'm just going to put that back in the hole, bury it, and we'll forget that it exists and hope that nobody ever has any troubles with it. But definitely use gloves when you detect. This definitely was not the greatest signal in the world because there was a tiny piece of iron down there with this. Check this out. That's a big coin. It looks like a $50. What do we? That's not a coin at all. What is this? I don't have any of my stuff with me. My vest is in the truck or in the car. That's interesting. Let me see if I can give it a quick cleaning here and figure out what we've got. Okay, I still don't know what it is that I've got here. It says something year of American something or other, and there's a 1866, 1766. Is this a centennial commemorative coin of some sort? Except that should be 76. It's whole too. I have no idea what I've got. I really don't. Oh my God, this may be a college coin? Albion College? I may have a collegiate coin or something. I don't know. I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit better when I get home. And hopefully we can get a better idea of what the heck it is. But this is way cool. And again, this was a bit of a goofy signal. It's not super deep. This is only about 5 inches deep or so. I think I've got me a religious pendant. Feels light. Don't think it's silver. This feels like aluminum. But yeah, definitely got a, I think it's aluminum. It's too light to be silver. But cool pendant. We'll clean it up better when we get home, but that's nice. That's a nice find. If we're finding stuff, so, you know, that matters. Alright, this is a bit different. It's not deep either, about 4 inches or so. Some sort of a ring. And, it's crushed, but as fancy as it is, this could very well be silver. It's got some weight to it as well. Look how it's shining up. Holy cow. Wow, that's nice, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, look how pretty that is. Holy cow. I think this is going to be a crushed silver ring. I mean, it's heavy too, so it's not aluminum. This is going to be a silver ring. Check that out. It is mangled too. Holy cow. Hope I can straighten it out okay. But good grief. Nice find though. I'll definitely take it. I almost wasn't going to dig it, but had just enough depth to it. It was ringing up just like a stupid zinc penny. Whoops, dropped it. Nice, nice. We'll keep going. Got a little bit left to do here. All right, got us a spoon bowl. Sweet. If I can find the rest of the spoon, I can have some soup. We're going to just put it in the pouch and keep on going though. This was a really odd signal, and I can see why. There was this bent, it's like a lag bolt here, in with this, and I don't know what this is. Oh, dang it. You know what that is? I think that's the top to one of those, like that ring on the stupid, well, maybe not. Maybe not. I thought it was the ring on the screw off top on like a beer bottle or something. It may not be, but it's still looks like junk. Oh well. Thought I might have had something. I think I just got my first wheat sin of the day. It is lunchtime. I'm working my way back to the car. I'm actually right next to the car. There it is, right there. I'm on the curb strip now. Kind of getting done. 1953, so not an early one, but we'll take it. That's a wheat cent saved. Probably 3 feet further down, I got me an old reflector of some sort, like a bicycle reflector possibly. These are older ones, I think. Cool find. I like finding these. We'll keep going for a few more minutes. Well, hello everybody. It is the next day. We are here at the wrap up. It's early morning and I'm getting things kind of ready I've got to go to work here in a little while, and I had a little bit of time, so I thought we would go through the things we found for the weekend while I have my cup of coffee. Cheers. And it was actually a pretty darn good weekend. I just got out a little bit on Saturday and then went back out to a place on Sunday that I've been to before, that I hadn't expected to find much of anything at. House next door was abandoned. I checked in with that. It was okay to do a quick sweep of the backyard and the side. So I went ahead and did that while I was there, mostly just to get out of the wind. The wind was brutal yesterday. Even with a stocking cap on, it wasn't super, and my headphones on, my ears would get cold. So I tried to keep a building between me and the direction that the wind was traveling, or some wood line or something, to help out the best I could. And I was only out a couple of hours. But in the bit of time that we were out this weekend, we came away with some pretty good stuff. It's a wide variety of stuff. So let me show you what we got. That is the board of stuff that we've got. A few zinc pennies there. Big old iron ring. Piece of horse tack of some sort. No, that was clad. That was zinc pennies. I think that was zinc pennies. Like I said, it's early. Various stages of zipper pull deconstruction or reconstruction, and my cat's trying to sneak up on the table and see what I'm doing here. That's Biscuit, by the way, in case you haven't met her before. And she wants to get in on the action. So, hey, look, what are you doing here? Anywho, moving on. This, I think, is one of those little, like if you see a junction box, an electrical junction box, and it has that conduit running through it, this looks like one of those pieces to cinch it down and keep it tight on there. I think that's what that is anyway. This is some sort of starter or something for, I thought this might be a lipstick tube at first, but it's like the starter piece that you used to have in old school fluorescent lights.
And I realized that when I saw the markings on it. I am very, very sorry to the colony of ants that live here. There was an entire tiny colony of tiny ants in here just waiting for spring to happen. And when I washed it out, I washed them all out. And I hate doing that because I love ants. I like most insects, except for stink bugs. I don't like those. They have no room for existence in my world. um, and I found you think of ants and think they can't live in something this small, but yeah, not all ant colonies are massive. Some are very, very small and maybe just have a few dozen or 100 members of the colony. I found entire ant colonies in a walnut. So yeah, I just wiped out an entire colony doing this, and I kind of feel a little bad about it because, like I said, I like ants. Moving on, I found this. I couldn't figure out what it was. It has a really thin sound to it for iron, but as I got to looking and seeing like the crimped edges there, what I think this could be is just a really old bottle cap that is rusted to pieces and smushed absolutely flat. So, found one half of a two-piece button of some sort, older. That one that I found that had the cool label looks to be like a plastic or some sort of melamine or something like that. It says National BYPU Loyalty to Christ, so it's some sort of a church button, I would think. And this is a town where Albion College is located, so and I think that Albion College might be like a Methodist college or something, so that makes sense. Got a couple of wheats, a 62, oh no, non-wheats. They wanted to be old, 62 and 68, but they weren't. The spoon bowl, I think this is silver plate, maybe even silver. It's not marked. The markings would have been on the handle, but this has got the weight and feel. It's very possible. I didn't test it, but it is very possible that is silver. Got this bike marker. This is Bright Star Industries, Clifton, New Jersey. I think this is probably from about the 40s or 50s. That's when those would have been popular. Got this religious medallion here. I think that is that side is Jesus. That side is the Madonna, I believe. I think that's what that is. Excellent ring. Look at this ring. I did straighten it out a little bit. It had a seam here where it was joined together. Some tarnishing going on in a couple of spots, but it is inside marked. I think I got it upside down. Hard to focus on it, but you can see right there. No, now I've got it upside down. Where it's marked Sterling. There it goes. So really cool find there. Did not expect to be finding a silver ring, but I like that. Together a little bit. There we go. Okay. Got a 33. Come on, focus for me today. Even the camera doesn't want to start today out. It's Monday. Canadian 1 cent. Did not clean this side up as good. You can't see the face too great. Probably should have done a better job at that. It's starting to come through there. I didn't clean this a whole lot, I have to admit, but yeah, you see the face starting to come through there. And I got a 37 and a 53D wheat. Got that one bullet, got this bullet. which was whole and still has some of the stuff coming out of it, the gunpowder. And notice the gunpowder is in little cylindrical shaped pieces there. I'm not sure how it's made, but I suspect that it's an extrusion process where the gunpowder is forced through some sort of a mold and extruded out. And I saved some over there, and I know everybody wants to know. This bullet, this is a 30 caliber M1908 bullet, by the way, that would have been made for a Marlin or Springfield rifle around WW1 era. The marking on the back of it has an asterisk on it. If I can orient it, you can see the asterisk on the right-hand side there. There's also one on the left. And this would indicate that this was also extruded, processed to manufacture that. And I have some of this probably 100-year-old powder here. And I know everybody wants to know, will 100-year-old gunpowder that's been in the ground and wet burn? I don't know. Let's find out. Yes, it will. Check that out. 100-year-old gunpowder burns when it's dried out. So that tells me straight away, you can't take this for granted. If I were to take this and if it were sealed and throw it around and hit that primer, there is every possibility it could still explode. So be careful when you guys find ammunition out there. It can be deadly still. Now, having said that, this is probably the find of the day right here. Check this out. It says Albion College, Albion, Michigan, Sunday School Centennial Medal. Okay, and it's hold. That sounds okay, cool, until you turn it over and realize just how cool. I don't know who the dude is on the center. Maybe a college founder or something, but it says 100 Year of American Methodism, 1766 to 1866. 1866. So I'm pretty sure this is a Methodist school medal from 1866. It's got the patina and everything, and it looks the part of the age to be associated with it. So that's a killer find right there. That's what I like finding, the history, learning about stuff like, will the gunpowder still burn after 100 years? Stuff like this. This is amazing. This is an amazing find. This made the work with the weekend worthwhile. It was worth getting out in the cold and getting muddy and trying to avoid the wind and all that just for something like this. All this extra stuff was great bonus on top of that. And I'm really glad I got the chance to find it. Oh, this little bullet, by the way, was a 25 auto. I was right. It wasn't a 22. That's a 25 auto. So there you have it. I think that was a pretty successful weekend. That was my first official, really decent chance to get out detecting in 2023. I got out one other time. It was to a place I've been to many times before. Did not expect to find a great deal there. I think I did actually come away with 3 wheat cents that day too, though. I didn't film any of it. It was just the opportunity to get out for the year and see what I could do. This was my first real outing to be able to share with everybody. And, you know, it was an hour drive to get to the spot where this was at too. So I had a great time. I got out to have, you know, some fun this weekend, get some exercise. Health-wise, I'm actually feeling halfway decent for a change. So can't beat that. Anyway, I hope you guys got something out of this. Get out there, explore your world, do some detecting, do some digging, do some discovering and things like that. And, learn about the world around you. See you guys later, and hope to have another video for you guys out soon.